Hello, this is Solving Systems of Equations, Systems of Inequalities, Example 3. In this example, we have to graph these three inequalities. And we start out graphing the boundary lines. The boundary line for this one is y is equal to -1. For this one, it's x equals -2. And the boundary line for this one is x plus 2y equals 4. This inequality and this inequality will have solid lines. This one will have a broken line. Here I've graphed those three lines, and now we have to figure out the shading. And to figure out the shading, I'm going to pick a point. The point I'll pick is 0, 0. And when I substitute in 0, 0 into the first inequality, there's of course no x term, but y will be 0, so I end up with 0 is greater than or equal to -1. And that's true. 0 is greater than or equal to 1, so this is the boundary line for the first inequality. And what gets shaded is everything this way. So I'm doing that quite lightly, just to so I can keep in mind what part of the graph is shaded for that inequality. Now the graphing for the next inequality, x is greater than -2. Again, I pick the point 0, 0. And when I put in a 0, 0 is greater than -2. And this is also true. So this is the boundary line for that inequality. And I'm shading very lightly this side of the line. And already I can see that inside this triangle, that's where these two intersect. And now I have to figure out where the third line gets shaded. So again, I'm going to use the point 0, 0. And I'll put in 0 for x and 0 for y. Here I end up with 0 is less than or equal to 4. And that's true. That means that 0, 0 is part of the solution for the inequality that corresponds to this boundary line. So now I'll be shading this side, and now I can see that inside the triangle is where all three intersect. So I just shade inside the triangle. And there I've graphed what I need to. I've shaded the correct place, and the solution is inside of that inequality, inside of that triangle.